In 2026, the CRM landscape has fundamentally shifted. AI is no longer just a superficial feature added to software. It has become the engine. We are moving away from static databases that require manual input toward autonomous platforms that think, act, and adapt on your behalf. A modern AI CRM doesn't just store data. It actively manages workflows, predicts outcomes, and executes complex tasks without any manual intervention. By evolving from a ledger into an autonomous agent, the CRM becomes the central brain of a small business's growth strategy, and the market is responding to this shift at a pace that should get every business owner's attention. The global CRM market is projected to exceed $80 billion in 2026 and hit $130 billion by 2030. The AI-specific layer of that market is growing at a 24.3% compound annual growth rate and is projected to reach $48 billion by 2029 on its own. This is not a feature trend. This is infrastructure becoming the standard. Let's start with the state of adoption, because the numbers tell you exactly where this market is right now. 91% of companies with 10 or more employees now use a CRM system. It is one of the most widely adopted business software categories in the world. For businesses with fewer than 10 employees, that number drops to around 50%. That gap is the single biggest opportunity in the small business technology market today. The barrier used to be cost and complexity. In 2026, with AI-native freemium CRM platforms making enterprise-level intelligence available to any team, that barrier is mostly gone. 71% of small businesses have adopted CRM systems, and 65% implemented within their first 5 years. The businesses that delay are not saving money. They are accumulating a data deficit, a growing gap between what their competitors know about their customers and what they know. And here is a number that should stop any remaining skeptic cold. Companies investing in a properly implemented CRM see a return of 8.71 for every dollar spent. That is not a vendor projection. That is sourced from Nucleus Research's ROI analysis, which is one of the most rigorous independent technology ROI methodologies in the industry. The question for a small business owner in May 2026 is not whether to adopt an AI CRM. The question is how fast you can build one into the operating core of your business before the efficiency gap between you and your AI-augmented competitors becomes structural. The modern CRM has evolved. We are moving away from passive dashboards and into the era of agentic CRM, where AI agents act as autonomous members of your team. Instead of just suggesting a task, agentic CRM executes it. Watch as an agent detects a new lead from a website form, enriches the contact record with verified company data, drafts a personalized first-touch email, creates the deal in the pipeline, and assigns a follow-up task to the appropriate rep, all without a single human touching a keyboard. By handling drafting, follow-ups, and data hygiene automatically, agentic workflows transform your CRM from a digital filing cabinet into a self-driving business engine. The productivity gains from this shift are not marginal. Companies using AI-powered CRM systems report a 35 to 40% reduction in administrative overhead within the first 6 months. HubSpot's own product data shows that Breeze AI saves users an average of 12.5 hours per week on manual tasks. That is more than 600 hours per year, per employee, reclaimed from data entry and returned to revenue-generating activity. This is not just a time-saving story. It is a capacity story. A team of 5 operating with an agentic CRM can do the work that used to require 8. That is not an efficiency improvement. That is a structural change in what your business can produce with the same headcount. HubSpot remains the top choice for small businesses in 2026, and its dominance in the SMB market is not accidental. HubSpot holds 62% of SMB CRM installations. It ended 2025 with 288 to 706 paying customers across 135 countries, nearly double Salesforce's reported customer count. Companies like OpenAI, DoorDash, and Reddit now use HubSpot. Its freemium tier attracted over 200,000 new SME users in 2024 alone. The platform's Breeze intelligence tools integrate directly into the free tier. That is the key distinction. HubSpot is not putting AI behind a paywall reserved for enterprise contracts. They are putting it inside the free product, making powerful data enrichment, contact scoring, and workflow automation accessible to teams of 1 as readily as teams of 100. Breeze AI generates emails, summarizes conversations, recommends next actions, and enriches contact records in real time. Salesforce Einstein, which processes more than 2 trillion AI predictions per week for 150,000 customers, is the enterprise counterpart, and it is extraordinarily powerful. But for a small business that does not have a Salesforce admin on staff, HubSpot's approach of AI that works out of the box is the more practical starting point. If you are a small business owner who has been waiting for AI CRM to become simple enough to implement without a consultant, that moment has arrived. HubSpot Breeze AI is that product. Salesforce has evolved its Agentforce platform to bring enterprise-level intelligence to smaller teams. No longer limited to large corporations, these tools are now tailored for SMBs. Businesses can now deploy custom, autonomous agents. These digital workers handle specific customer interactions, independently resolving queries. The Atlas Reasoning Engine, Salesforce's most recent AI architecture, evaluates context, determines the appropriate action, executes it, and logs the reasoning behind the decision, all in a single autonomous loop. By training these agents on your specific service data, product catalog, and business rules, they achieve near-human accuracy on routine interactions. They process incoming questions in real time, reducing the load on your human staff. This empowers small teams to offer professional service at enterprise scale, ensuring customers receive immediate, accurate responses around the clock, not just during business hours. Generative AI in CRM specifically accelerates email creation by 78% and boosts response rates by 31%, according to HubSpot's AI Impact Report. For a small team where the owner is still writing most of the customer communications, that acceleration is the difference between a business that feels responsive and one that feels slow. For sales-focused small businesses, Pipedrive's AI Sales Assistant transforms the way teams track performance. It goes beyond simple CRM entry, acting as a predictive engine for your business health. The system analyzes your entire sales pipeline in real time. It maps every lead stage to calculate the probability of closing, turning raw data into a clear pipeline health score. This predictive capability allows owners to generate precise revenue projections. By identifying trends in your deal velocity, Pipedrive helps you anticipate cash flow shortages before they happen, not after they arrive and force a reactive decision. By mastering pipeline health and cash flow visibility, small business owners make better decisions faster. Pipedrive turns the guesswork of sales into a strategic, data-backed roadmap for growth. The practical implication is this. When you can see 3 weeks in advance that your pipeline is thin, you have time to increase outreach activity, run a promotional campaign, or adjust hiring plans. When you find out after the fact, your options are limited and expensive. Predictive AI gives you the decision window that reactive reporting takes away. For small businesses, building bespoke CRM functionality is often blocked by a lack of software engineering expertise. This is where Creatio changes the game. Creatio utilizes generative AI to bridge the gap between business needs and technical implementation. You simply describe your ideal workflow in plain English. The platform's AI interprets your intent and generates the actual code and automation logic required. This allows non-technical teams to create powerful, custom CRM functionality without spending months on development and without paying a developer by the hour to build something a competitor already has out of the box. It empowers businesses to scale their operations with agility that used to require an entire product team. Now it requires a clear description of what you want the system to do. And this shift toward natural language interfaces for CRM configuration is not limited to Creatio. The broader trend across platforms in 2026 is that the technical expertise required to build and manage CRM workflows has collapsed dramatically. 55% of organizations are already choosing a composable approach, best-of-breed tools connected via APIs, rather than a single mega suite. The configuration layer, once the domain of certified consultants, is increasingly the domain of any operations manager who can articulate their business logic clearly. By 2026, the CRM has evolved into a conversational companion. The shift to voice-first interaction means business owners are no longer tethered to their desks. Using natural language, you can dictate meeting notes, summarize complex client interactions, or query live analytics while on the move. How many deals are closing this month? The AI responds in seconds with the current pipeline value, the top 3 deals ranked by probability, and the outstanding tasks blocking each one. Draft a follow-up email for the Miller account. The AI pulls the full interaction history, identifies the last point of discussion, and generates a personalized email that reads as if it came from someone who spent 20 minutes reviewing the file, because the AI did. This conversational interface translates your intent into data, ensuring that your CRM remains updated in real time, regardless of your location or device. 70% of businesses now use mobile CRM to enhance their sales strategies. The voice-first layer is what makes that mobile experience genuinely productive rather than just a reduced capability version of the desktop interface. Static lead scoring is effectively dead. Traditionally, businesses used rigid, manual rules that quickly became outdated. Modern AI CRM systems utilize dynamic lead scoring to analyze real-time data. The old model was simple and fragile. You assigned points to attributes, company size, job title, industry, and called it a score. That score reflected what the lead looked like, not what they were doing. It did not update when behavior changed. And it certainly did not capture intent signals. The AI monitors live signals, browsing behavior, time spent on specific product pages, downloads of specific content, social sentiment, email engagement patterns, technographic data that reveals what tools the prospect currently uses. As these indicators aggregate, the system recalibrates the score in real time, not quarterly, not weekly, but in the moment the signal fires. This allows you to know exactly which leads are ready to engage right now, not based on who they are demographically, based on what they are doing behaviorally. B2B companies that integrate CRM with marketing automation see 38% more qualified leads as a result of this kind of real-time scoring and routing, according to HubSpot's global survey. That 38% improvement does not come from better marketing. It comes from better signal processing, knowing which leads deserve attention the moment they show buying intent, rather than after a rep happens to call them on a Tuesday. In the past, businesses relied on generic drip campaigns. Every customer received the same email, the same content, and the same message, regardless of their unique needs or behavior. Today, AI CRMs move beyond mass messaging. They analyze real-time behavior, specific page visits, intent signals, purchase history, support ticket patterns, to craft unique experiences for every single individual. This enables hyper-personalization. The system automatically generates bespoke landing pages, targeted outreach, and sequenced follow-up, perfectly aligned with what that specific customer cares about right now. The results of this approach are documented. Companies using AI for automation and personalization, which now accounts for 83% of businesses deploying CRM in 2026, report a 22% increase in conversion rates, and 96% of marketers report increased sales from personalized experiences, according to Salesforce's own research. By shifting from one-size-fits-all to one-on-one relevance, businesses achieve higher engagement and build stronger customer relationships. They also reduce the cost of customer acquisition, because relevant communication converts at higher rates and requires fewer touchpoints to close. Modern CRM platforms excel at omnichannel synthesis. They act as a central hub, pulling in data from every customer touchpoint. Whether it is an email, a WhatsApp message, a recorded voice call, a live chat session, or a social media interaction, the AI captures everything and ties it to the right contact record automatically. These disparate inputs are synthesized into a single unified customer profile. Every rep on your team sees the same complete history. No one calls a customer who just complained to support and opens with a hard sell. No one sends a discount offer to a customer who just paid full price 2 days ago. The entire team operates from the same ground truth. By consolidating these channels, businesses respond with empathy and precision, creating a seamless customer experience that makes every interaction feel like the person on the other end actually knows them, because the system does. And this matters more than it ever has. 76% of CRM users say less than half of their organization's CRM data is accurate and complete, and 37% report losing revenue directly due to poor data quality. Omnichannel synthesis with AI-powered data hygiene addresses both of those problems simultaneously. In modern sales, the no-touch pipeline is revolutionizing how businesses handle low to mid-tier deals. By leveraging AI agents, Companies can now automate the entire journey from initial lead to final close without constant human intervention. This autonomous workflow manages lead qualification, custom proposal generation, and contract drafting in real time. The AI ensures accuracy while significantly reducing cycle time. This is not hypothetical. It is running in production today. A prospect fills out a form. The AI qualifies them against your ICP criteria. It generates a customized proposal from your template library, populated with the specific details the prospect provided. It sends the proposal, tracks the open, triggers a follow-up sequence, and schedules the signing call when the prospect responds positively, all without a human touching the workflow. By offloading routine deal processing to intelligent agents, human teams focus exclusively on high-complexity relationship management and strategic growth. The deals that require a human to close get a human. The deals that don't get processed efficiently at a cost that makes the segment profitable when it previously was not. Your CRM now acts as a watchdog for customer health. And this is one of the most financially valuable capabilities the modern platform provides. It constantly monitors digital health markers, portal login frequency, communication volume trends, support ticket patterns, product usage metrics, email open rates. When these markers dip below your defined thresholds, the system automatically triggers an alert. Not after the customer has already cancelled and submitted a ticket, before they decide to. You get the intervention window. AI-powered churn prediction reduces customer attrition by 26% at companies that actively deploy it, according to Gartner's 2026 research. For a small business where every retained customer represents meaningful recurring revenue, a 26% reduction in churn does not just improve a metric. It changes the unit economics of the entire business. The proactive model is fundamentally different from the reactive one. Reactive retention happens after the signal. Proactive retention happens before the decision. The CRM Watchdog gives you the data to act before the window closes. The secret to sustained AI success in a CRM is the data flywheel. It is a self-reinforcing cycle where every action feeds the system, making your CRM exponentially smarter over time. First, you feed the CRM data from emails, sales logs, customer interactions, support tickets, and product usage. The more context the AI has, the more refined its model becomes. As the AI processes this data, it generates more accurate insights and predictions. This is the intelligence stage, where the system understands your business nuances better than any generalist model can. Finally, smarter insights lead to better business outcomes, higher conversion rates, faster sales cycles, better retention. Those wins produce even more data, which feeds back into the model and pushes the flywheel faster. This is how AI CRM creates a competitive moat. Your system gets smarter the longer you use it. A competitor who starts 6 months after you is not just 6 months behind in features. They are 6 months behind in the proprietary intelligence that your flywheel has built, specifically around your customers, your market, and your business patterns. Generic competitors running off-the-shelf tools cannot replicate a well-trained flywheel. That is the structural advantage worth building toward. AI and big data adoption in CRM is projected to increase by 97% between 2025 and 2030. That number captures the pace of what is already happening under the hood of every major platform. Salesforce Einstein processes more than 2 trillion AI predictions per week. Across 150,000 customers, that means the model is continuously calibrating on an enormous volume of real-world sales and service data. Every customer using Salesforce is contributing to a shared intelligence layer that makes every other customer's predictions more accurate. HubSpot Breeze AI is doing the same thing at the SMB layer. Zoho, Freshworks, Pipedrive, and Monday CRM are all integrating AI-native features at pace, and 64% of CRM platforms have already done so as of Q1 2026. Automated data entry and predictive lead scoring are no longer differentiating features. They are commodity. The differentiation today is in the depth of the intelligence, how well the AI understands your specific customer patterns, how accurately it predicts your specific pipeline outcomes, and how autonomously it can act on your behalf within your specific business rules. That depth only comes from data, which is why building your flywheel now, not later, is the most important CRM decision you can make in 2026. In the world of AI-driven business, Trust is the ultimate currency. Early AI models often operated as black boxes, giving recommendations without context. Explainable AI, XAI, changes that. It provides a clear, step-by-step reasoning for every single suggestion the system makes. When your CRM recommends re-engaging a dormant account at a specific time, XAI shows you why. This account visited your pricing page 3 times this week. Their contract with their current vendor expires in 60 days. Their decision maker just posted on LinkedIn about evaluating new solutions. That is not a hunch. That is a recommendation built on verifiable signals, and you can see exactly which ones drove the output. When your CRM flags a deal as at risk, XAI shows you the signals. Decreased email engagement over the past 2 weeks. A support ticket that was not resolved to satisfaction. No contact with the economic buyer in 21 days. You can verify each signal and act with precision. By understanding the why behind every AI insight, business owners can confidently act on these strategies. The technology becomes a partner in growth rather than a mysterious engine that you either trust blindly or ignore entirely. As AI agents gain power within your CRM, data privacy becomes non-negotiable. Protecting your proprietary business information is no longer a nice-to-have. It is a legal requirement in an increasing number of jurisdictions. Many AI models process data on shared public servers. This creates exposure. When your customer interaction data, deal values, and proprietary business intelligence are flowing through a public training model, that data can become part of the model's outputs for other users. When choosing an AI CRM, look for platforms that offer private or localized LLM deployments. This ensures your sensitive client data is never exposed to public training pipelines. Evaluate providers on data sovereignty guarantees, end-to-end encryption, the ability to audit how your data is accessed by AI agents, and geographic data residency controls, particularly important for businesses with customers in the European Union, where GDPR data residency requirements carry real enforcement risk. The EU AI Act, now in full enforcement, also imposes transparency requirements on automated decision-making systems at commercial scale. Any AI agent in your CRM that makes or influences decisions affecting customers must be explainable and auditable. CRM platforms that cannot produce that audit trail are creating compliance exposure for the businesses deploying them. Privacy and compliance are not just legal boxes to check. They are business reputation assets. The businesses that customers trust with their data win long-term relationships. The ones that lose customer trust through a single breach or compliance failure spend years recovering it. Implementing AI in your CRM should be a measured, strategic process. Do not try to automate your entire business overnight. Start by selecting one specific segment of your sales pipeline where administrative burden is highest. For many small businesses, that is the lead nurturing stage, the gap between initial contact and first qualified conversation. By integrating AI here, you can automate email sequences, lead categorization, data enrichment, and follow-up timing. Watch as this single segment gains speed and consistency. Measure the impact. Conversion rate from contact to qualified meeting. Time from first touch to first call. Hours your team spent on manual nurturing before and after. When you have validated the success in this initial segment, you have the internal evidence to justify scaling AI agents to lead generation and closing processes. OECD data shows that integrated CRM boosts SME retention by 23%. That result does not come from a complex enterprise implementation. It comes from consistently knowing more about your customers than your competitors do and acting on that knowledge faster. This phased implementation minimizes risk, ensures data integrity, and provides the necessary time to train your team on how to work alongside AI effectively. Start small, prove the value, then scale the success. 47% of SMBs globally plan a CRM upgrade or migration in 2026 or 2027. If your current CRM cannot support agentic workflows, dynamic scoring, and a unified omnichannel customer profile, you are going to be in that migration conversation soon. The difference between planning it now and being forced into it later is significant, in cost, in disruption, and in the compounding advantage you lose during the delay. When selecting an AI CRM, Prioritize platform integration above all else. Your CRM must act as a central hub, communicating fluidly with your entire software ecosystem. Ensure your chosen platform natively connects with your accounting software, email services, internal messaging apps, your e-commerce or point-of-sale system, and your customer support infrastructure. This connectivity is the lifeline of your AI's intelligence. Without these integrations, your AI works in a silo. It makes predictions based on incomplete data. It misses signals that live in adjacent systems. It creates a fragmented customer view that undermines every recommendation it surfaces. A well-connected CRM with a rich integration catalog turns a simple database into a powerful, automated intelligence engine. Evaluate every potential platform on API openness and the depth of its pre-built integration library before you evaluate any single feature. The platforms winning this battle in 2026 are the ones building the most frictionless integrations with the tools small businesses already use. HubSpot's free marketplace has become one of the widest integration libraries available at any price point. Salesforce's AppExchange is the enterprise equivalent. Zoho's ecosystem covers the full suite of business operations. Your platform selection should start with the integrations that matter most to your existing workflow, not with the marketing page feature list. In the world of 2026, AI does not replace the human relationship. It creates a more powerful one by removing everything that gets in the way of it. Automation handles the busy work. Data entry, scheduled follow-ups, lead routing, proposal generation, contract drafting, meeting scheduling, CRM hygiene. All of the administrative work that currently fills hours of your day disappears into the automation layer. Augmentation is where the human element truly shines. By offloading repetitive tasks to AI, you reclaim your most valuable asset: time and focus. That time is reinvested into strategic empathy, deep listening, and building authentic, long-term customer connections that no AI can replicate. This is the right framing for every small business owner who has been worried about what AI does to the human side of their business. AI is not taking the relationship. It is clearing everything else off the plate, so you can give the relationship the attention it deserves. The data supports this. 92% of marketers say AI has impacted their roles, and 96% report increased sales from personalized experiences that AI helps them deliver. The technology is not replacing the people who build customer relationships. It is making those people dramatically more effective. Looking ahead, the CRM of the future is not just a database. It is an autonomous engine that proactively shapes the trajectory of your business. By late 2026 and into 2027, leading systems will integrate real-time market data to adjust your sales strategies as conditions change. When a competitor announces a pricing change, your CRM surfaces the affected accounts and drafts retention messaging. When a new regulation hits your industry, the system identifies which customer segments are most affected and triggers a proactive outreach sequence. These systems do not just track history, they anticipate shifts. They allow your strategy to pivot on the fly rather than 3 weeks after the signal appeared in a dashboard report. The CRM market will reach $130 billion by 2030, driven by AI integration and the continued shift away from spreadsheets and legacy tools. And inside that market, the businesses operating on AI-native agentic platforms will be compounding their intelligence advantage every month, while the ones still on static systems are falling further behind. The data is clear, the tools are available, and the competitive pressure is real. 91% of companies with 10 or more employees already use a CRM. The 35 to 40% reduction in administrative overhead that AI CRM delivers is not a future projection. It is a current reality for teams that have already deployed agentic workflows. The 26% churn reduction from AI-powered predictive monitoring is documented in Gartner's 2026 research. The 8.71 return per dollar invested is Nucleus Research's independent analysis, not a vendor estimate. Analysts agree that by the end of 2026, operating without an AI-augmented CRM is the equivalent of running a business without a website in 2010. The businesses that ignored that moment fell behind structurally. Many never fully recovered. By embracing AI CRM, you are not adding a feature to your business. You are building the core operating system that everything else runs on. The intelligence layer that makes your customer relationships deeper, your sales process faster, your team more efficient, and your competitive position more defensible with every passing month. AI has officially transitioned from a luxury feature to the foundational engine of modern small business CRM. Automate the busy work, analyze your customer data, engage with precision, build the flywheel, and give your human team the space to do what only humans can do. Your future in business is connected, automated, and scalable. And the time to build it is now.